Hello, young mathematicians. Welcome to our lesson on decimals. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of decimal numbers, starting with the basics of what they are and how they relate to fractions. We'll be focusing on page 60 of your math books. So grab them and let's get started. So, what exactly are decimals? Simply put, decimals are another way to represent numbers that aren't whole numbers. They're based on the number 10, just like our regular number system. Think of it this way: whole numbers are represented to the left of the decimal point, and parts of a whole are to the right. The decimal point is the separator. It is the most important element when you deal with decimals. Now, let's talk about how decimals and fractions are related. Remember fractions? They show parts of a whole, like a pizza cut into slices. Decimals do the same thing, but in a slightly different form. You can easily write fractions as decimals and vice versa. Let's look at some examples. Imagine you have a fraction like 1/10, or 110. To write this as a decimal, you place the digit 1 in the tenths place. The tenths place is the first spot to the right of the decimal point. So, 110 is written as 0.1. See? It's that simple. What about 2/10, or 210? That would be 0.2. 3/10, or 310, would be 0.3. Can you see the pattern? The numerator of the fraction becomes the digit in the tenths place of the decimal. The denominator is 10, so you know it's tenths. Let's look at a fraction with a different denominator. Let's take 1100. This is 100th. To write this as a decimal, you place the digit 1 in the hundredths place. The hundredths place is the second spot to the right of the decimal point. So, 1100 is written as 0.01. Notice how we use a 0 in the tenths place to hold its place. Now, let's explore this further using examples from your math book on page 60. Take a look at the first example. It may show a diagram of a shape divided into 10 equal parts. And some of those parts are shaded. Let's say 3 parts are shaded. This represents the fraction 310. As we just learned, 310 is written as the decimal 0.3. This means 0.3 of the shape is shaded. Let's move on to the next example. Maybe it's a shape divided into 100 equal parts, and a certain number of parts are shaded. Suppose 25 parts are shaded. This represents the fraction 25,100. As a decimal, 25,100 is written as 0.25. Notice that the 2 is in the tenths place and the 5 is in the hundredths place. So, 0.25 of the shape is shaded. Remember, when writing a fraction as a decimal, the denominator helps you determine the place value. If the denominator is 10, you're working with tenths. If it's 100, you're working with hundredths. Always pay attention to the decimal point. As you work through the exercises on page 60, keep these examples in mind. Break down each fraction, identify the parts of a whole, and then write them as decimals. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you work with decimals, the more comfortable you'll become. Decimals are everywhere in real life, in money, measurements, and even sports scores. So, understanding them is super important. That's all for today. Keep practicing, and you'll become decimal experts in no time. Goodbye, and happy mathing!